Hey guys, MKS back again. I think I've got to get revenge on my brother for the last video. Especially I don't like swearing in my videos, so I'd probably have to edit that in the next, when I get a chance. But I don't like to edit videos, so I like to keep them live and unedited. But anyway, that was really not quite right. But trying to embarrass me in my video, but I don't know how I can get revenge on him. But if you've got any ideas, please let me know. Maybe I'll embarrass him at work or something, I don't know. What do you think? So please let me know if you've got any ideas about how to get revenge on my brother for the last video, if you've seen it. They're trying to embarrass me and stuff on a live stream. And swearing in my video, which I don't like either. So, but if I did do a video where I was going to rant or swear or something, I'd probably at least label it as 18 plus or something like that. So, because I like to keep my videos family friendly, as I've talked about before. But anyway, I'm really annoyed about that actually, because I really wanted to just focus on doing this video, and I didn't want to have any negative stuff. But anyway, hope, as I say, if you watched part one, I hope overall you liked it. So, despite the end bit with my brother being annoying. Yeah. I say hopefully I'll get revenge. I know I shouldn't be vengeful, but I think there's been too many times where he's tried to annoy me or do something rude or embarrassing or annoying. But going back to the list I was talking about, talking about ways to financially support Italian football. I always have this habit of coming up with a list of 30 things, but sometimes it's hard to think of that many ideas to do with but I have habit, I try and do like 30 ideas if I can. Yeah, so like point at number 11, I'm going to say like hopefully thinking about what Italian football, I may have mentioned this point already, but what Italian football can learn from other leagues, as I say, and what could be changed again, like sort of make it more attacking, and also trying to get more people to become Italian football fans somehow. Like I definitely love to encourage my fellow Anglo Indians to become Italian fans, and that sort of thing. And I mean, it's difficult because it's known to be a bit boring and defensive. So I'm thinking like to try and perhaps make some changes to the game. Maybe even have like specific special league in Italy where it's like whatever amount of goals you score is how many points you get. So that can be like a league that also generates views because it's quite attacking, and which most people seem to find more entertaining. So it's that could be a specific league where it's done at certain times of the year, and the money raised could go towards developing Italian football, so other things like that. But yeah, how to make Italian football more attacking and entertaining, just generally, and things like that. Yeah, so 12. I hope to like sort of just get Italians to be proud of their league and things like that. 13. I mean, it's difficult to see like Italian football changing from being defensive. I think a few times Italian football's changed from being defensive to attacking, but then it's often reverted back to the old ways, the old cultural way of being defensive. I think defending is important, but I think that the problem is like when it's too defensive and some of the negative things in Italian football, which I think need to be changed. I'll say the prejudice or things like that in the game. And violence and things like that could be changed. 14. On that note, like I think it'd be great if like the ultras, what they're called, like the hooligans or whatever, could could instead train up the younger players. So instead of being football hooligans, perhaps they could like say have a role to play where they actually train up some of the younger players. So it would perhaps give them a purpose, which would make them less likely to use violence or something like that. Some people say if you have a purpose, then you're less likely to get bored or get into trouble with the law or do things like that. 15 on that note could be like people who are violent or criminal or likely to join gangs or crime. Instead, they could be encouraged. The Italian government could have, like, instead encouraging people to use that energy playing football, and just encourage as many people to play football as possible. So sort of develops the skill, so they practice more. Not sure if that was sport, but again, developing young players could help with the game financially as well. 16 again, hope the Italian FA or people who deal with football in Italy look at how to improve the game. Look at any ideas what they could do to encourage sponsorship or encourage people around the world to watch the game, to watch Italian football. 17 again, I think that would be great if people like YouTubers who talk about Italian football can donate, or just generally people from Italy or people of diaspora, Anglo-Indians or other groups could donate some money to support Italian football generally, and including the clubs. Again, I know a lot of football is to do with finances, but if you develop younger players, then I think like Barcelona did quite a lot with developing young players. Although it does show finance is still part of the game, because Barcelona still had players leaving, and it worked for a while. But after a while, like when those players, you'd think they'd be more loyal, but when it came to money, unfortunately, apparently they've left to bigger clubs, and like you get clubs like Ajax, which develop players in Holland, of course, and those know about football. As I say, this would probably be not that interesting video if you're not into football, but I did talk about how I'd love to encourage people who are not even into football. So actually, this is quite interesting, more interesting than I thought. But yeah, so Ajax develop a lot of players, but they get sold on to bigger clubs and things like that. 18, yeah, I hope that Italian football will look at how to market itself better and look at the positive sides of Italian football. Like even like defending is quite an art, which Italy is known for being very defensive, but like a lot of people look down on defensive football, but if you look at it, it's quite an art to know how to defend against an attacking team, and maybe that just needs to be marketed better, and Italians need to just market the game a bit better. 19, as I hope to support sponsors, so people who sponsor Italian football, if people like bought from those companies and things like that, I think be like even Subway or Red Bull or companies like that, Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, compete with each other and all that, to because even though Pepsi-Cola and Coca-Cola are rivals, for instance, they could have a competition, so you can invest the most or do the most for Italian football, and Italian fans could reward them with custom or whatever to support their PR. And point 20, I think I'm running out of a few ideas. I'm hoping to think of a few more, but I'd love to hear what you think. One, how do you think I can get revenge on my brother for trying to ruin my video and embarrass me and stuff? And two, most possibly more important than that, is what you think could improve Italian football. What do you think would make, or if you're a football fan but you're not interested in Italian football, what would make you personally interested in Italian football? What would change your mind and make you interested in Italian football? I think that covers this video. So a fairly short one, because it's just under, well, for me anyway, because it's under 10 minutes, so I don't want to waffle too much. But yeah, I hope you like this video. Please share it with any football fans, especially Italian football fans. Again, like people who have a negative view of Italian football, what would change your mind? Or how can Italian football reclaim some of its glory days, like in the 90s and things like that? Peace and love.